All right, pest control rant of the day. So, here on the Gulf Coast, we're right in the middle of our busiest time of year. It's termite season. And while it doesn't happen nearly as often, I can't count the number of times I've had to have this conversation. I've got some hard nosed old timer that wants to argue with me about the glory days and the great product that Chloridane was. So, for those that don't know what Chloridane is or was, it was the go to chemical of choice for termite treatments back in the day, all the way up until 1988 when it was banned by the EPA. So, you want to know what made Chloridane so great? It was that it lasted 20 years in the ground. Want to know what made Chloridane so awful? It lasted 20 years in the ground. And being highly toxic, 20 years in the ground is a long time, man. That's a long time. And here's the kicker. It didn't actually kill termites. It just scared them away. It's a repellent product. You put a barrier around your foundation and you stop termites from getting to a house. That's okay as long as it lasts. Which, again, when Chloridane's sake, that's 20 years, man. It actually did work rather well at controlling termites temporarily. It's a Band-Aid, though. And granted, a long Band-Aid. 20 years is a pretty big Band-Aid. But a Band-Aid nonetheless. Because really, the minute it starts to break down, those termite colonies that were attacking the structure have had 20 years to multiply, grow. That colony was a lot larger. They've multiplied and spread. There's multiple colonies now. And now that barrier's starting to break down. The house has aged. There's more places for them to get in. The wood is it's seasoned, right? Flash forward to 1995. Okay, Dow AgroScience introduces the Centricon termite baiting system, and Dow is now known as Corteva. Revolutionizes the industry. It's the first termite treatment of its kind. It actually kills termites. They bring it back to the colony, they share it with everybody, and you get this domino effect. You ultimately wipe out the entire colony. And it's safe. It's a chitin synthesis inhibitor. It has really zero impact on mammalian life, so it has very little secondary health risks. So not only is it better at what we're trying to achieve in reducing your overall threat profile on a home by reducing the amount of pressure, by reducing the number of colonies that are possible to attack the structure in the first place, not only is it that much better of what we're trying to do with it, it's safer as well. Now we take a quick little jaunt over to the year 2000 and the product called Termidor. It is introduced in the year 2000. Now, it revolutionizes the industry as a liquid termiticide, treated just like you do with the traditional style application. You treat the soil next to the foundation. But it is a non-repellent termiticide, meaning that it actually does kill termites. The termites don't realize that those barriers are there, and they continue to travel through them, impacting that colony. So you get a colony reduction with Termidor as well. And you may know it as Taurus, since now it's post-patent, and you have generic brands out there, and the generic is Taurus SC. And it's a fantastic product. It works great. And it lasts 10 years in the ground, which is great because if we're killing termites in that 10-year span of time around a house, we're reducing the impact. We're reducing the overall threat profile of termites around that property, right? And now, after I've gone through and walked through the evolution of the termite industry over the last 40 years, do you know what I inevitably get?
Yeah, but Chloridane.